Okay, here we go. I'm back doing a reading for the collective. This will be for the new moon in Scorpio for November the 4th, which today is November the 2nd. So anything related to the full moon, or not full moon, but new moon, is the effects have already kind of started, because usually new moons and full moons is about a span of 7 days, give or take. So we're already going into that energy. However, before I go any further, for my podcast listeners, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. As for the reading, I took some notes as well. I had to take some notes beforehand. I did the pre-shuffle just to get some of the energy too. And my goal is not to take too long doing this like I did last time. Because last time I said I was going to make it under an hour, and I think it ended up being an hour and 30 minutes or something. So the goal is to do 30 to 45 minutes for this reading. So let me go ahead and get started. During the pre-shuffle, one thing that came up with the cards, because I'm using a regular tarot card deck, the Kipper deck, and then the clarification deck, and then my Egyptian oracle deck. But with the regular tarot deck, the clarification deck, and the Kipper deck, courthouse came up. Which Justice, Libra. I got the Justice in the main deck and the Justice in the clarification deck. So, and Courthouse in the Kipper deck. All came up. I kid you not. So something is going on where somebody's going to court. Part of the energy that I was picking up on that is that someone may be dealing with something court related because of sexual harassment. That's one of the things. Doesn't have to be that. Because obviously, if it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. It could be court for another reason. I know that it will more than likely involve an official institution, because the Hierophant came up during the pre-shuffle as well. So, part of the energy that I was picking up as related to sexual harassment was that someone may have misread the situation, is what I honestly feel like, where they thought someone was interested in them, and that totally was not the case, and it happened in a work environment. That's some of the energy I was picking up. Another part of that was also some quid pro quo, but again, not reading the energy, where someone may make an offer or made an offer in the sense of, and not even an offer, it's almost like a statement to the effect of, well, you're going to get this promotion, or you're going to get this, something related to someone advancing in their career. But it wasn't read. I honestly feel like it was misunderstood, because the person who's saying it, or who has already said it, they were saying it in the sense of they thought that this relationship was going to be consensual, and this particular thing about advancement came up at that time, if that makes sense. It's almost like they're two separate things, but they were brought up around the same time. And then it was a total misunderstanding, because the person who is quote unquote being harassed, they weren't even interested to begin with. So on one hand, you have the person who wasn't even interested to begin with. On the other hand, you have their promotion, or them climbing up the ladder, the professional ladder, the occupational ladder, whatever, corporate ladder. And both of those were mixed together. And it just mess is what it turned out to be, or is what it will turn out to be. But I do feel like it's something dealing with an authority figure. It is what I feel. For others of you, it could be courthouse for something else. It could be related to school as well, maybe student loans, where you receive something in the mail, garnishment of wages or whatever. It could be taxes. That happens too. It could be, I wasn't picking up divorce a lot. I didn't pick up divorce. It could be divorce as well, going to court for that, but I wasn't really picking up divorce. I'm going to pull some cards, and if the energy comes out, then I'll let you know, but I wasn't really picking that up. But definitely some people will be dealing with a court situation during this. Also, another thing with the new moon in Scorpio, it can be about revelation. So I have my notes here where something could be revealed, which this usually happens when Mercury's in retrograde or with new moons anyway, with certain situations. So revelations could happen. Also, two things, patience and compassion. You may find during this new moon in Scorpio that you are a little, I don't want to say short-tempered. It's just you don't feel like dealing with the nonsense. It's sort of like get to the point will go through your head a lot during this period. It's probably right now where you've been dealing with people and you're like, okay, get to the point. Hell, you might even be listening to me doing this reading and you feel I'm not getting to the point and you're probably saying, KC, get to the point. So who knows? But that's one of the things. Patience is going to be good right now during this new moon in Scorpio, and also compassion. And something that was said to me when patience and compassion came up when I was doing my research on the new moon in Scorpio, something said to me, patience and compassion with yourself, not just with others. Because you will do some reflecting and you'll start evaluating things. You'll evaluate your friendships, your family relationships, and so on and so forth. And some of you may put yourself under a microscope and you may see some things that are considered flaws or that you consider flaws, and you may be harder on yourself than you need to be. So what I'm telling you is, and again, this is for the collective, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. During this period, if you find yourself falling into that energy where you're being a little bit hard on yourself because this wasn't done, or because this wasn't accomplished, or because it's just not meeting the expectations that you have to remember to have patience with yourself. You also have to remember to be compassionate to yourself, because you have to love you first. You have to treat you well first. Before you treat anybody else well, you have to treat you well first, because you're number one. You're the one that counts. And that's not even up for debate. Because if something happens to you, that's it. So keep that in mind. All right. Now, for the signs that may have issues during this period, because if there's any type of changes that may be going on during this new moon in Scorpio, the fixed signs may have an issue, especially during this period. And I'll give you an example. Let's say that a company you work for decides to put this new policy in place this week. If you're a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or a Leo, it may not set well with you versus another time when implementing this new policy. Because during this new moon, you're not quick to change and stuff. You're kind of resistant to it. You're like, do we have to do this? Or, and I'm just making up stuff. Or let's say that the branch you do your deposits at for your bank closes, and now you have to go to this other branch, which is like a mile or two away, but you're so used to going to this one branch. or this grocery store closes that you're so used to going to, or whatever. And then you have to go to a different location. You may be irritated because you're like, this is the place I go to every Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. to do this, to do this, to do this, and now it's all messed up. Just be mindful that things change. And patience. Just be patient. Another P word, passion, which is why I think that sexual harassment thing is going to come into play. And I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing about somebody being sexually harassed. I'm just laughing at the energy is what I'm laughing at. It's just, so you have Scorpio rules the private parts. That's the other thing too. So you might feel yourself being a little bit more passionate. Your private areas might be a little bit more sensitive right now during this period. Today's November the 2nd, new moon's on the 4th, 6th, 7th. Probably until like close to the 9th or 10th, you may be in this type of energy where it's like, wow, I'm really feeling it. And also, something just said to me that some of you might even during this period, like if you have an ex or something that you have cut off, you might actually just contact them just for the physical. Or if they contact you and you haven't talked to them in a while, you actually might say yes just for the physical. Something just said that to me. So, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, shallow relationships as well. Some of the relationships that you've been dealing with, you may, if you feel that they are shallow and that there isn't any depth, because don't forget, Scorpio is a water sign. The water signs are just emotionally deep. And usually water signs look for some type of connection. For the most part, not always. Everything's on a case-by-case basis. But if you're evaluating your relationships with people and you're like, wow, I don't see anything here. I don't see any benefit here. I don't see anything that's emotionally fulfilling. This relationship is kind of shallow. Then you might let it go. Just a heads up. So now that we've done that, let me go ahead and do a few cards. I've already given you the base of this. I'm going to pull a few cards and then I'll use my clarification deck and I'll go through each sign and I'll do that. What is something the collective needs to know? Page of Swords. Yeah, there's going to be some type of communication coming in right after I split the deck. Page of Swords. So there may be some communication coming in. Also, some of this may be related to child support too. What's this at? Injustice again. So justice still at the bottom. Oh boy. So yeah, something may be related to child support. Someone might need to pay their child support. But it doesn't necessarily have to be about that. It could be about many things involving a message. Also, there could be some type of spying going on too, because Page of Swords can be spying. May I have some cards for the... Thank you. What card is this? The Hermit. Okay. Virgo energy. Some of you may be just doing some reflecting. 2 cards came out, and they came out reversed. King of Pentacles and 7 of Cups reversed. This is a lot of earth energy. I honestly feel 7 of Cups can be about options. Someone might be checking their options. 2 things that I'm picking up here. Something just says someone is not managing their finances correctly and is finally catching up with them. And now they're reflecting on it. Like they're going through, checking to see, okay, this is how I spent my money. I spent $3,000 last month on stuff. And in that $3,000, $70, or I'll say $100 went to cable. Okay, we can cut the cable bill down to about $75. $130 went to wireless, such as that, where someone, it was just a mismanagement of funds. And now they're starting to see that, okay, let's streamline this. Let's streamline all of these options, all of these subscription services. I'm picking up subscription services too. So yeah, HBO Max, Hulu, what else? Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, all of these subscription services it's on my mind right now. That you probably aren't even watching. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Hermit coming out. That's being reflected upon on that. Something else that might be going on is that someone realized the person that they thought was a good choice, that they're not a good choice. Once they invested, and something just said to me, someone just is thinking, why did I invest my time in that person? Could be male, could be female. The person is in the King of Pentacles energy reverse though. Also with King of Pentacles energy reverse, the person could be really arrogant and on top of that, not good with the money. Or they could be good with money, but arrogant because they have money. So take that, take it how it resonates. 2. Whoop, that came out quick. What's this? Emperor. Okay. So that's Aries energy. Some of you might be in Aries or dealing with an Aries. I don't know why, but something said to me that someone wants a person who likes to take control, like the Emperor. That's what I'm picking up. For others of you, thank you. For others of you, especially with this 9 of Pentacles following, you're stepping into your independence as well. Something just said to me that some of you might be breaking away from someone, stepping into your independence in doing that. 9 of Pentacles energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. With the Emperor here, I also feel like it's a taking control type thing. So there's 2 situations. I feel that there's a taking control. Something just said to me now as well that some of you are looking to start your own business because you're tired of working for someone. Because Emperor can be authority figures as well. You're tired of working someone, 9 of Pentacles, you want to start your own business. And do that. So you don't have to worry about where your money's coming from. Some of you, that's your wish. 9 of Cups came out. On top of that, it's your wish to be independent. Maybe not starting your own business, but it's your wish to be independent. Just able to do things on your own where you don't have to depend on people. With the 9 of Cups coming out, following the 9 of Pentacles, that's 2 9s. And then don't forget, 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So yeah, some of you, it is your wish to be completely independent. Where I'm starting to pick up where someone doesn't like to, they don't like being dependent on people. They don't want to depend on people for anything. For gas money, to pick up the kids from school, it's just like they want the resources for whatever they need to do, they'll have the resources to do it themselves. That's some of the energy that I'm picking up. For others of you, I honestly feel like something just said to me, I have to say this stuff as it comes, because I know some people are like, you're not always finishing your thoughts, and I'm trying to get the stuff out because as it's hitting me, I want to get it out. So just so you know. Something just said to me as well, that one of the reasons that you want to be independent from your job is, in going back to the Page of Swords social media, is so you can be your true self. I feel like for some of you, you know you're being watched, or you know they watch your social media, and like you're under their eye, or vice versa. You could be watching someone. Maybe you're the one in Emperor energy, Page of Swords energy, watching your employees or whatever. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Regardless, the energy that I'm picking up is that someone is being watched, and they know they're being watched as an employee. And that employee is tired of it. They want to be able to stand on their own independently. That way they don't have to worry about what others will say or what others will think about them, or be afraid of some type of retaliation for the way that they live their life, or the way you live your life. You don't want to have to worry about any type of retaliation. Something just said to me as well, especially with all these cups here, with the 9 of Cups, with drinking. You don't drink with your coworkers if you can avoid it. Don't do that. Don't drink with your coworkers if you can avoid it. 2. For others of you, going back to the courthouse energy, something, and also let me throw this out there too. Every time the Justice card came out, it came out in the upright. So, and I'm not a licensed attorney or licensed anything. All I do is read the tarot cards and the energy. So that's what that is. But based off of the cards and the energy, anything related to court will go in your favor based off of the cards and the energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If some of you wind up in court and there's a settlement, that settlement could lead to your independence. 2. Keep that in mind. Matt, thank you. Yeah, another 9. I cannot make this up. 9 of Swords. We have 3 9s. Now, some of you, whoever energy I'm picking up on, someone really wants to be on their own. If it's a relationship, if it's a job, someone wants to be on their own. They want their independence. Because 9 of Swords, and this is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Don't forget Cups is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I have 3 9s in a row. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is, I was about to say self-sustaining, independence, but being self-sustaining, not depending on anyone. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. 9 of Swords is going crazy, staying up late at night, being in your thoughts. It's like, some of you are really trying to escape. I feel like someone's attempting to escape from this person in this Emperor energy, and possibly this King of Pentacles energy reverse for some of you. I feel that's going on. So yeah, someone might be having this revelation on how to get their independence. I really think, oh, the card fell down. Hold on. Let me get this card. It fell down. Yeah. It fell down. It was in the upright, but then it fell down reversed. So this is 5 of Pentacles energy. 5 of Pentacles in the upright, obviously. Money issues, feeling left out in the cold. Issues with stability as well. I think that might be why you might have been in this 9 of Swords energy, is because you're worried about your stability. Going back to the courthouse and the sexual harassment thing, that person who harassed you, that might have been why you were afraid to speak up. Or you may be afraid to speak up because you're worried about your stability. 2. Because Pentacles is about the physical world, is what it's about. So it's about money, it's about job, it's about home, it's about health too as well. Some of you could be drinking due to the stress of a situation, of a job situation. But it came out in reverse. So there's going to be some type of relief is what's going to happen. Let's see. Is there anything else the collective needs to know? Is there anything else the collective needs to know? Whoop! These cards keep on falling. The Sun. Yeah. There's going to be some happiness here. Whatever you're going through, especially for those of you this is resonating with in regards to your independence. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a job situation. It can be a family situation. Hell, maybe the Emperor is your father or your mother in Emperor energy. And they're too strict where they're like, okay, you need to be home by midnight. And you're like, Mom, I'm 26 years old. Why do I have to be home by midnight? Or Dad, I'm 26 years old. Why do I have to be home by midnight? Well, you have to be home by midnight. Okay, but I pay some bills. I pay the light bill. It doesn't matter. If you're staying in this house, you got to be home by midnight. You know, that type of thing. Or they're saying that you need to, if you stay in the house, you have to cut the grass. Or if you stay in the house, you need to make sure that you put food in the refrigerator or do this or do that. Like they make demands because that's what the Emperor is about. The Emperor is a very meticulous person. The Emperor is somebody who, this is who makes sure the trains run on time. That's what he does. He makes sure the trains run on time. You may not like him, but the trains will run on time. So just keep that in mind. So some of you may be dealing with the situation with the home or with the roommate or with a spouse or someone who's not your spouse, a lover or a friend. But there's something where someone is seeking independence is what they're doing. They're seeking independence. And I might title this that as well. And especially with this new moon in Scorpio, as you're evaluating yourself. And something just said to me, okay, got to get this out too. Something just said to me, as you're evaluating yourself, don't put yourself down because you're in this type of situation. If this is resonating with you, if you're like, wow, I can't even afford my own place right now. Or wow, I don't even have a job that can pay enough to do this. Or I don't have a job. Or whatever. Don't worry about that. This is like a cancel on all of this stuff. The Sun. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So whatever is going on, whatever's going on, happiness is on its way. Don't treat yourself bad. Everything happens in divine timing, and it happened for a reason. So just don't go too deep on it. Be compassionate and patient with yourself because something is on the way for you. Just keep that in mind. Also, because I'm looking at something told me to look at the bottom of the deck. Two of Swords. Don't be in your mind too much during this period. Don't let your mind get the best of you. Because this is about blocking. Also, on top of that, going back to the sexual harassment thing, some of you might be blocking people. And going back to the social media thing, some of you might be blocking someone on social media. On top of that, if we're going to go there with the work situation, an issue may start because you blocked someone. Maybe you blocked your boss and did that. And that might have created some friction in the workplace too. But get out of your head. It is the message that I'm saying to you because the Sun is here. The Sun is about healing. Also, the Sun is about illumination. What's in the dark will come into the light. So if there's any secrets that's been going around, this is another confirmation. Don't be surprised over the next, 7 days or so. Probably by between now and the 10th, 11th, something like that, where you may find out a secret. Don't be surprised. But happiness is here. Also, the sun can be about pregnancy too. Going back to the child. So yeah, just keep all of that in mind. But honestly, I feel like this is about seeking independence, is what it is. I really feel like it's about seeking independence. Also, something told me to tell you, you have more options than you believe you have. And right now, you may think that you don't have any options. Two of Swords energy, stuck, paralyzed in your thoughts. But over the next week or so, you will more than likely have an epiphany, is what will happen. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for it. Yeah, you're going to have victory. I split the deck. Chariot card. That's victory. Chariot is a victory card. You're going to balance things out. But don't give in to the bad thoughts. Devil at the bottom of the deck. Devil energy. Don't give in to the bad thoughts. All right. I'll do what I always do. I'll start with Capricorn and work my way down. What is something Capricorn needs to know during this full moon? What is something Capricorn needs to know during this full moon? Whoop! Thank you. Capricorn, you got Four of Wands and you got Judgment. During this full moon, you may think about giving somebody a second chance, or someone may think about giving you a second chance. Also, there could be a celebration. In addition to that, I don't know why, but this just came to me. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Something that you think that you lost may be found during this period. And I feel like it's something related to something physical. Something you think you may have lost physically may be found during this period as well. All right. And in regards to that, you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, in regards to giving someone a second chance. All right, Aquarius. What's something Aquarius needs to know during this period? What's something Aquarius... Thank you. Aquarius, Six of Cups. You could be dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone that you may have known for a long time. Also, there could be some type of emotional fulfillment that comes in due to whatever. You may start feeling this, like a lot of nostalgia during this period, thinking about someone that you used to deal with, or thinking about people you used to associate with. You may have a longing to be around family during this period as well. Also, there's a dog, so you may be thinking about your pet. If you lost your pet, you may be thinking about your pet a lot during this period. Also, something just said to me, I'm seeing this child, but something said to me before I was really able to focus on the child, that you may think about having children during this period too. Like if you don't have a child right now, you may be thinking about, oh, wow, I think this may be a good time to start a family. So some of you actually might think about starting a family during this period. May I have a card for Pisces, please? May I have a card for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know? May I have a card for Pisces, please? I have to look at the clock. I'm trying to make sure. We're at 33 minutes. I'm actually doing better than I thought I would. May I have a card for Pisces, please? Okay, Pisces. You will more than likely have a victory in, it doesn't necessarily have to be in love. This is Page of Cups energy. Someone younger than you could be coming towards you with an offer during this period as well. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you could be making an offer to someone. It doesn't have to be in love. Six of Wands is victory. Wands energy is fire energy. Why was I about to say Cancer for fire energy? Pisces, some of you could definitely be dealing with a Cancer. But Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Also, Six of Wands is about recognition. Someone could be coming to you about some type of recognition, or vice versa. You could be going to someone with some type of recognition. Also, going back to the pregnancy thing for you, Pisces, there may be some news about pregnancy for whatever reason. I guess there may be some type of recognition around that. Like when people hear the news, they're going to be like, oh, wow, way to go. Which, on a side note, I never get that with the whole thing with pregnancy. Like when people start cheering, like they're like, way to go. I'm like, okay, I guess, but whatever. For this, some of you may find out that you're pregnant, or you may have got someone pregnant, and then when everyone finds out about it, they might recognize. Something just said to me, baby shower as well. Doing that too. Something said work baby shower that I was picking up. I'm not picking up anything else in regards to this. Is what I'm looking at it to see if there was anything outside of it. But yeah, could be some soulmate energy coming in as well, where someone could be a soulmate. Now, something was said to me that, oh wow, they finally got it. Where if you receive the offer from someone, it's like you're saying, oh, they finally figured it out that they got a good one. like duh, I've been trying to tell you I'm a good catch. That type of thing. So, yeah, Pisces, that could be going on. May I have a card for Aries, please? Okay, I'm not taking all those. Those are way too many cards. Cards, work with me now. Come on now, Spirit, work with me. May I have a card for Aries, please? Or cards, but not a whole lot. Not that I'm trying to be rude or picky. I'm just... Whatever you feel is best. What's something that Aries needs to know? What's something that Aries needs to know? Okay, that wanted to come out, so I'm going to take it. Aries, you have some communication coming in. 8 of Wands. So something's going to be coming in hot and heavy. With that, I don't know why. Something just said to me, somebody might be love bombing you during this period. So if you get love bombed, don't be surprised. For others of you, Aries, you just may receive communication in general. I'm trying to see what I'm picking up. You may receive communication in general. Something just said to me, Aries, are you the one dealing with Pisces? Because something just said to me that for you, Aries, you're the one who finally approaches the person that has been trying to woo you, and you finally... And you go in hot and heavy because it's like, bam. Oh, I get it. They're really a catch. Like Aries, you finally caught on. Aries, are you dealing with the Pisces? Asking for a friend. So, yeah. May I have a card for Taurus, please? But yeah, Aries, you do have some type of communication. Something's going to come in hot and heavy. May I have a card for Taurus, please? What is something Taurus needs to know? Thank you. 2 cards. Taurus, options, and moving away from something. So 7 of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. 6 of Swords, moving away from something. Taurus, if it's a relationship, you may be very popular right now, and you like, I'm moving away from everybody. All these options, I don't want none of you. You might be in that energy. This could also be the energy of you just don't want to make a decision. Because don't forget, 7 of Cups can be about confusion. It can be about confusion. So instead of being forced to make a decision, you're just like, I'm not going to make one. I'm going in the other direction for my peace of mind. Is what you may be doing. For others of you, I just picked this up. Some of you might be doing some traveling, going to different places. 7 of Cups, 6 of Swords. She's on the boat. I'm not seeing anybody going on a cruise. Not saying that you won't, Taurus, but I'm not seeing that. But I do I do feel travel. Like there's a lot of choices. You know, recently there was a couple that was traveling through states, and what they were doing was they were buying lottery tickets in every state that they went to. And they won in Virginia. I think it was like $2 million or something like that. Maybe you should play the lottery. Because Taurus is a lucky sign. Taurus is a money sign. So Taurus, that might be going on too, but you may be doing some traveling as well. But also, like I said before at the beginning, you may be doing some running where there's a lot of people interested in you and you're just like, I don't want any of them. Bye. All right. May I have the message for Gemini, please? May I have the message for Gemini? May I have the... I'm not taking all those cards. Not to be rude. I'm just saying. Like that, that'll be a whole reading. May I have a message for Gemini, please? Let me be more specific. May I have a streamlined message for Gemini, please? Oh boy. Wow, a bunch of cards. Gemini, what is going on? Oh. When I picked all those cards up, these are the two cards I missed. That Gemini, Knight of Swords, and Page of Swords. What in the Wendy Williams is going on? There is some... Okay, Gemini. I don't know. I honestly feel like this might be you. This is all air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Swords. Gemini, there's something going on. Either someone's rushing in or someone's being nosy as hell. Or it could be both. Maybe someone's rushing in after being nosy as hell. But this is nosy as hell. All over it. With the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords together, this is nosy as hell energy. This can also be reckless energy. Something told me to tell you, look before you leap. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be because of you with this air energy. It could be because of them. Like something where they're not what they appear to be. Something just said to me that for some of you, Gemini, you may be dealing with like a person. Doesn't have to be love. Could be a company, entity, whatever. But you're dealing with a situation where you thought you did all the research and you thought you got everything and now you're just ready to rush in, but you missed something. Something just said that to me. Look before you leap. May I have the message for Cancer, please? And thank you for that message for Gemini. May I have a message for Cancer, please? Thank you. Cancer, Four of Pentacles. You holding on to your money right now. I feel like what you're doing right now is you're evaluating where your money is going. It's where you have the money, but it's almost like what I was talking about earlier about with the subscriptions example. Like, okay, where's all this money going? What's going on? Why did I spend this much money last month? You're going through the receipts right now. You're going through the receipts and you're like, okay, some of this gonna have to go because what you're focused on right now is stability. And Four of Pentacles is about that. It's about stability. It's about having a solid foundation. For others of you, or it could be also for you too, the Cancers who are looking for a solid foundation, you also could be holding back in relationships where you're dealing with someone and you don't trust them. Someone may come to you during this period, especially where you may be feeling vulnerable right now. Because don't forget, you're a water sign like Scorpio. So you may be feeling extra physical, extra sensual, extra passionate right now. And then someone may try to come into your energy and be like, hey, I'm here. And you may start holding back. Because you're like, just because I'm feeling that way don't mean that anything's about to happen. You could be on that too. But the most energy I was picking up at the bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. You focusing on your work right now. Anybody who's coming into your energy, you're not going to give them all of you. But you're focusing on your money and you're focusing on your work. May I have the message for Leo, please? May I have the message for Leo, please? Thank you. Leo, justice. You could be dealing with a Libra. And this, like I said, justice card coming out. You could be dealing with a Libra. Also, Leo, you could be going to court as well. What I will say, on the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, it will more than likely be in your favor, is what it is. Also, something said to me that you are looking to balance stuff out, which isn't really, it doesn't take a tarot card reader to deliver that message, because everyone's in that energy right now, especially going into 2022. It's all about balance. But for you, Leo, as you're evaluating some of your relationships, going back to that shallow thing, because you're a fixed sign like Scorpio, if you feel that it's not balanced, then you're going to cut it loose. Same thing going back to the finances. Anything that is not increasing your money and is taking away from your money, basically, okay, thank you, Spirit, that's what it is. Anything that you consider as a liability versus an asset financially, you're cutting it loose. You're going to be done with it. It's like, I need for my assets to outweigh my liabilities on this financially. So if you're dealing with finances, you're focusing on increasing your assets. If you're dealing with people, if they're not contributing something to you that is meaningful and that is balanced, you're not going to be bothered. All right, may I have something for Virgo, please? I almost forgot the next sign for a second. May I have the message for Virgo, please? Whoop, not taking all those. May I have the next? Thank you. Empress energy. Virgo, which Empress is Taurus, Libra, and also Cancer. Contrary to what some tarot readers say, this is also Cancer energy. You could be dealing with one of those three signs. Also, you could really be focused on building your home. Going back to the pregnancy thing, Virgo, maybe some of you might find out that you're pregnant during this period. In addition to that, some of you may have some new ideas going back to the entrepreneur thing. Some of you have an idea. Something just said to me, just do it. So with the Nike thing, because I feel like some of you may have an idea, but you're afraid to take the leap for whatever reason. And something just said to me as well, that quit overanalyzing what you want to do. If you're looking to take the leap down that road, quit overanalyzing. Just do it. If whatever you're looking to do, if it's on your mind, you can research and research and research, but that doesn't mean anything until you actually do it. Like Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until they get hit in the mouth when they go into the ring. You need to get into the ring. So you need to just do it. Quit procrastinating. Whatever ideas that you have, whatever you need to do, don't be afraid. If it doesn't work out, oh well, pull it together, move on, and do what you need to do. Just do it. 2. In addition to that, some of you might be something just said, not just pregnancy, if you find out that you're pregnant, before, right when I put it down, something just said to me, some of you may be more fertile than normal right now. So keep that in mind too, as well. If you don't want to get pregnant, especially with the sun coming out in the general part of this reading, and with the Empress here, and something says something to me about fertility. If you do not want to get pregnant right now, keep that in mind. Virgo. Libra. May I have a message for Libra, please? Two cards. Libra. Now that's interesting. You got the Six of Pentacles in the upright and the Hierophant reversed. And I set all these cards in the upright before I did them. So when it comes out reversed, there's definitely a message for that. Hierophant is about, again, official institutions, could be in regards to a marriage. Some of you, I'm not picking up divorce though. I'm just not. I honestly feel something said to me that some of you are uncomfortable with leadership. Like you feel it may take more from you or than you're able to give. So insecurity, that's the word. Some of you might be insecure about being a leader. That's what's going on. Where you feel you won't be able to give what's required. And something just said this to me too. One of the reasons that you're feeling this way is because, Libra, you have very, very high expectations. That's why. And whatever is being asked of you for this position of leadership, you're thinking it's a 10 for a requirement, but really it's like an 8. And you're more than qualified to give what is required for this leadership position. Don't forget also that you're a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs are natural leaders: Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, and Aries. So yeah, I'm sitting here to see what other energy I get in regards to this. In addition to that, something else just said to me, don't let anybody steal your happiness. Don't let someone who you may hold in high regard as like a leader per se, if they say something to you that may hurt your feelings, especially, during this period, because don't forget, people are going to be kind of no nonsense and they may not have much patience. Don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart and don't worry about it anyway. Because you're balanced. You're balanced. So don't worry about it. So whoever needed to hear that. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. May I have a message for Scorpio, please? And also, Page of Wands was at the bottom. So yeah, Libra, don't worry about it as well. And Page of Wands is about being inspired. And don't let anyone stop your inspiration. If you have a dream, Libra, go ahead and pursue it. Even if someone is trying to tell you to be more practical or whatever. Thank you. Scorpio, you need temperance. Oh, hold on. Almost knocked over my camera. And the card fell. But temperance. Scorpio, you may be dealing with the Sagittarius at this time. Also, there's balance that's going to be at play. So during this period, Scorpio, especially new moon in Scorpio, you may be feeling your emotions. I still feel like you're going to be pretty cool, though. And I honestly feel like you're going to be evenly balanced, too. I don't see anything really throwing you off. And the interesting thing is, this is the funny thing that I'm picking up from this card. For those who may not know, Scorpio is ruled by 2 planets. It's ruled by the planet Pluto and Mars. So they're co-rulers of Scorpio. And isn't it funny that with this temperance card, usually temperance in tarot decks deals with liquids, because temperance is more like alchemy. It's similar to the magician, balancing things out, making sure things are right. But in this deck, doesn't it look like the sun right here? And then with this one here, it looks like a dark planet, and you would think it's Pluto. So you would think, which the sun is related to Leo, but I'm just talking about the color. You would think Mars energy and then Pluto energy as well, and how balanced this angel is with their wings and stuff. I honestly feel like you have the ability to remain balanced during this period, but also I feel like there are going to be situations that require you to be patient. You're going to be tested. Let's put it that way. You're going to be tested this period. May I have the message for Sagittarius, please? May I have the message for Sagittarius? Thank you. Sagittarius, there's something new coming in. Ace of Wands, this is fire energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Could be, some of you might be, again, starting new businesses, starting new relationships. Someone from the past could come back. Also, something can happen on the physical level. And by physical, you know what I mean, the wand. So some of that could be going on too. In addition to that, there may be some type of epiphany too. Because you see how this wand is in the middle of her head? So you may find that you're passionate about something. So keep that in mind as well. That something new that you're passionate about may come in. Also, something just said to me, an offer may come in. Job related too. So some of you have put out resumes and stuff. Don't be surprised if you hear from someone about a new job too. And for those who are entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs, don't be surprised if the ball starts rolling during this period because of whatever epiphany you have or whatever passion that you have beginning. And like I said, there can be some travel too. So keep that in mind. All right. So everyone, that is the reading for the collective for the new moon in Scorpio on November the 4th. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, everyone, be blessed.